Hello, YouTube. How you doing? I'm gonna try and keep this video short because my last one was like 20-some minutes long, and I was like, oh, girl. So I was going through one of the Facebook groups, and somebody asked about spells and casting them. And I think I've done videos on this in the past. But, somebody had said that one of the reasons spells fail is because you don't have enough protectiveness, whatever that may mean to you, up. Or you're not clear-minded enough. And I agree with the clear-minded part. The protectiveness part, not so much. I do a little bit on the protectiveness part because if you are... Every time I show you guys a working that I'm doing, or a spell that I'm casting, or like a working video, they're pre-recorded. A lot of my videos are actually pre-recorded. Sometimes I will make non-pre-recorded videos, and you can always tell the difference because the quality of the non-pre-recorded videos will go, or seem to go down in comparison to the non-pre-recorded videos. At least in the past they have. But with workings and spells that I show you, they're always pre-recorded because there is an instance where a witch might think or actually be able to fuck with your working, especially if you're showing it in Facebook groups or in or on YouTube. I've seen a lot of witches take pictures of their working altars where they have actual workings going on, and I think that that's very dangerous and you shouldn't be doing that. Because you're inviting, essentially, me into your space, and I have enough information to kind of understand what you're doing, and just to kind of, you know, if I wanted to, if I was a real asshole, I could really mess with that. So in that protective instance, I kind of agree. But this person also went on to say that, you know, you should always be casting a circle, and you should always take a ritual bath. Now, in your practice, that might make sense. But I also wanted to state that you don't need to do that. Grounding techniques that I will tend to do is I will hold a piece of selenite in my hand, and I will focus on that selenite, allowing the selenite to absorb any negativity currently on me. I smudge the space. Before I do any working that I show you guys, I heavily smudge the area. And I smudge afterwards. I think it's very important for new people who are casting magical spells to make sure that they are doing so in a cleansed, clean, both physically and mentally area. Okay. So if you've got mommy and daddy fighting in the next room and you're in your bedroom and you're trying to cast a spell, there's a lot of negative energy coming in from whatever they're fighting about. So putting up a bubble might help you. Or let's say you're living with a roommate, and that roommate comes home and they've got all this negative energy and you're trying to do a working. Putting up a bubble might help you. There are times when a bubble will help you. I've never had to use one because I don't live with roommates. I think the key thing to practicing magic, to casting spells and doing rituals, is making sure you are grounded. Okay? You want to be grounded in the things that you're doing. You want to be focused. And however you do that, whether it's a ritual bath or casting a circle, just make sure that you do it. Because if you go into casting a spell or doing a ritual and your energies are all over the fucking place, it's not going to work very well. In fact, it might not work at all. Or it might backfire. It's important that when you're meditating, to ground yourself. If a thought comes into your head that's, you know, I gotta get this for groceries, don't push it out. Stop, write it down, or let it play out in your mind, and then write it down. and then go back to doing what you were doing. Get it out of your brain. But don't push it out, because when you try and push something out of your mind, it forces its way in. So my suggestions to spell casting is that you are grounded in a safe space, in a physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally clean space. So whether that's saging or burning tobacco or whatever, that you are centered and that your intentions are clear and concise, and that your energies are being put into that spell. That's pretty much all there is to it. So if you've got comments, questions, additional ways of successfully casting spells, leave them below. Or make video responses. Okay? So I hope that answers any questions on how do I cast a spell. Or maybe gives you new ideas on casting magical spells and working with magic. Okay? So until next time.